I need to know your thoughts. Winter Wyvern, offlane?
Well, there's an item that I talked to you about that these core players buy it. Like you don't necessarily need to buy it as a support. That's the first blood grenade. Here you go. Now you see it on the off lane. If there's one player that can pretty much play anything, even though he like never maybe even played it, Zai will take role tank one for the team because they did not want this Doom to suffer in the laning stage. It would be really, really rough. You play into Monkey Lich. This is pretty similar to Bloodseeker Lich, might be even stronger against certain matchups. I gotta agree with Kezu. I thought this position 4 in the end, it's gonna be like Earth Spirit, and they will pick a different mid. But I've seen Earth Spirit coming out from the mid lane in high level pubs that they do like it's one of those spirit heroes where you can like easily make stuff happen, and they kind of needed that. Chu.
They find Chu, and they're gonna try and lock him down with that Fortune's End, get that first blood. Boxy getting credit for it, as it says, Liquid Boxy, 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 Boxy.
Yeah. Lichu
sponsoring himself.
Lichu is dead. First blood goes to. Who picked it up actually? Boxy. Yeah, you said it like a million times. I thought it was just reading off screen, but it's him. Yeah, so he can actually buy like an item if he wants to be able to drag the creep wave. If they don't want a lane, he can pick up Boots of Speed immediately and then offset this lane, because Monkey does rely so much on being able to just lock onto a target, get those right clicks in, and we see BZM. Also, to go back to my Earth Spirit point, this hero has been buffed every 5 levels. He gets an extra stone, which is kind of what the hero needed. It's a bit of a great thinking. I think this is the standard Ice Frog buff that makes the hero viable again. And also, you can outpush the lanes slightly better than you could before, because Earth Spirit had this problem, and now with the 1.25 extra damage to creeps on his spell, it does allow you to do that.
Roll just missing. BZM's gonna be under and behind the tower. Zai low and Zai dead. So Uragi gets the kill there, and now that net worth starts to pull back towards OG. And I say that because, you know, when they got the first blood, they also got
the worst that can happen.
All 4 bounty runes, and insane you got a D-ward.
Yeah, that's pretty massive. The Boxy needs to put his boots in inventory. He's been putting it in his backpack for a very long time. Okay, finally does it. Maybe he's not used to getting first blood and getting that extra gold, so like, oh, where my duties at? No, he gets it.
What hit him when he starts to devour creeps and gets a lot of gold then.
Yeah. Zai again, he's still level 1. Chu.
I'm trying to go after him, and they're putting a lot of damage onto this Winter Wyvern. Wondering what they're going to be able to do in this lane as time goes by, but you'll have Splinter Blast eventually, and maybe you could work with
wait a second, looking at the CS on the mid lane, this BZM kid, he's onto something. 12-2 against 5-0 on Nisha. This is pretty massive. I would, if you ask me like how this matchup would go, I would just probably say some generic stuff because I haven't seen it in action, but definitely maybe I need to see more. But yeah, this is pretty massive, sitting on like double of his CS at the moment.
Generic's the best way to describe something. Great. I'm here for
you. Didn't want that.
Back when I saw Earth Spirit play mid, I think the last time I saw mid Earth Spirit, at least in a game that I was covering, was Somnus, and he went Blade Mail first item.
I think this time around you still want to pick up Burn. It's a great item against both, like the healing that they have. Get that Spirit Vessel. There's also potentially a Vanguard build that has been seen from, I would say, mid Timbersaw, and you can disassemble that later down the line.
Keeping an eye on this mid matchup though, as the CS starts to close up a little bit. I think Nisha, with a couple of levels, has started to harass a little bit more on the BZM. Trying to do what he can. Zai again, Boundless Strike with the Jingu, and will fall here to Chu. They're trying to at least get a trade, and they will. So Box getting some solo experience at the moment. But this is not looking good for Zai again. And not really a Magnus where he can recover with him.
Yeah, not the easiest hero to play with. Wyvern as a laner has always had its weaknesses. Now it's universal hero, so like the more stats you buy, the more damage you get. So Zai going for double bracer in this lane. Still level 2. I mean, Boxy might summon his inner position 3, turn into this farm doom if Wyvern's not having a good time. Also, he's holding on to speed creep. Speed aura on top of wind lace with speed. But he's very difficult to catch. And lanes this time around are much better for OG compared to the previous game.
16 and 13 for DM. Slark, though, still 20 CS, so Mickey doing what he can to get something out of this lane. He's only level 3 at the moment, though, compared to the monkey who's about to hit that 4, so it's kind of close. Ether Remnant lands again. BZM sitting a little low on health. Then you could see the harassment start to pull Nisha back into this lane, because the CS is just about even now.
Yeah, he managed to catch up. I was a little worried there.
This one was not for you.
Both teams, though, I'm looking at the supports, and not really the supports that you would send over. Maybe the Mirana, you try to let an arrow, like June has to run into you with a Scorched Earth. Maybe you could have Oracle throw Fortune's End if Mickey feels comfortable enough to be left alone. You want to have a mid-party.
Mickey's still higher level than Enigma. This top lane going well for Liquid, I would say. Also, thing to notice, Enigma not an intelligence hero anymore. It's a universal hero. Kind of fits the profile, considering that Enigma is, I think, lore first collapse star, so he's like has a black hole and stuff, so makes it.
Balance Strike, Sinister Gaze, Zai in trouble once again. They'll throw the Blood Grenade. They've got the Frost Shield on Yuragi. So there's the trade, and Boxy trying to come over with an early level in the Infernal Blade and the Scorched Earth. So he's got a killing spree, and Boxy, like you said, is inner 3. BZM over mid, Astral Step just came back to the lane.
Oh my god.
In return, though.
This is huge. Like, look at the XP on Earth Spirit. Taiga, let's see if he can finish him up. Not really. 12 men. Oh! He doesn't pop it.
Yep, arrow.
Wow, the surprise arrow. Insania had 12 magic one charges, was trying to bait him maybe to go underneath the tower, used all 3 leap charges, but I guess snipes it. Level 5 on Mirana, 6 minutes into the game, and now making rotation to the bottom lane. This time around, Taiga is popping off.
And BZM had just TP'd back to the mid lane, and that was another kill on him. They sent him back walking. Taiga coming down here with a haste. Fortune's End, it's on to Yuragi. Oh, Sinister Gaze and starting to heal up. Yuragi's back to half health. Taiga taking some damage, forced to leap away and gets into the trees away from the side of Liquid. Balance Strike on to Zai. No Primal Spring down. The Arctic Burn going the other way. Splinter Blast. Yuragi running. Fortune's End once again. Chu just moving forward and throwing the Frost Blast onto the Liquid side. Taiga behind that too.
He wants to steal that XP rune. Foxy already there. I think.
Does he have any leap? He doesn't have any leap charges if he were to get down, but they don't get him. Again, yeah. Primal Spring once more. The Fortune's End's going out on Taiga. So Yuragi hit with Arctic Burn, but he's not going to be slowed up enough. So Taiga able to leap away. Just got charged back. Sinister Gaze. Zai's in trouble. Boxy chasing. BZM comes in with a roll. They get the kill on a Zai. They'll look over and just miss out on finishing off the Doom.
They're kind of trying to break the lanes. OG, very active. Monkey King, this is why they picked it, to dominate the laning stage, and so far, they have been doing it. Wyvern, only level 4. Zai really struggling. This hero doesn't provide you with much damage early on. Oracle is level 4, but at least Boxy's doing good.
Now, my question is moves. Hold on, Astral Step on a BZM. Fortune's End once again. Is the damage there with the Frost Shield? BZM's got a roll, so he's able to escape. Not really gonna do much. You've got both Sark and Void Spirit doing all right, but look at the difference between all that and the Monk. that enough there?
I mean, Monkey as a hero does come online very fast. Like, he wants to join some of these early fights. In terms of cooldowns, you have Black Hole, but Enigma lately has not been about Black Hole at all. You have Earth Spirit, who also doesn't rely on cooldowns. He can keep fighting all the time. EZM is now invading enemy jungle. Gonna find 2 bounties.
Zai again. Sinister Gaze with the Wukong's bottom. Hold Embrace, but afterwards, I don't think it's going to be enough, and it certainly won't, as Yuragi's now 5-0-1, involved in 6 of these 8 early kills.
I wanted to say it the different way, that Zai 0-5 at the moment, but man has been known to play some of these really bad matchups and still managing to do a lot in the game. EZM jumps in.
Yeah, hits on to Nisha, and now the 14's in the Astral Step, avoiding the arrow. Not a lot of mana left on Nisha, so the Chain Frost coming around, bouncing once. Not doing a lot of damage just yet, but Insania getting chased. With Ursa making the rotation. Insania's dead to BZM. They go after Nisha. He's got the Astral Step, but the Magnetize still pulsing, and that's going to be reapplied. The roll over that Assimilate, trying to get into the low ground, but into the trees is Yuragi, and the chase is on. The chase is there. DM coming in with the Malphus, and they get the kill on Anisha. They look over at Mickey. They've got everybody here for the side of OG, while Mickey forced to run and gets away from all 5 on OG.
Love the aggression from OG. They're all over the place. 5 heroes. Like, Yuragi shows up 9 minutes into the game. This is something that he has done before on his Monkey King, where he goes through the gates, kills the enemy hero. Zai again at the point in Cold Embrace. Not sure that's gonna be enough.
Wasn't enough with the
They need some TP to come in, try to save him, and Nisha's gonna do that exactly. Not gonna find anything though.
Yeah, he's immediately walking back to mid. This is really just problems mounting for the side of Liquid in this lineup. You're banking on Sark kind of bringing it back a little bit, but he needs a lot of time to get things done. The balanced strike, Yuragi's back top to Black Hole, and they get the kill.
Under attack.
And this is just twin gate to twin gate.
Can they get another one? No stuns available. But like, while all this was happening, DM, he's been sitting in the lane, farming, going into Guardian Greaves, which he's gonna have. Like, there's gonna be a huge timing that OG is gonna hit once they pick that up. The healing, the survivability. Sure, you pick this Wyvern to have something to counter the Black Hole with, but again, Enigma is not gonna be about that Black Hole.
He just throws it and then whatever, but it's just like, how Yuragi just on the button right in terms of going top, bottom, mid, top, mid, bottom, top, twin gate, twin gate.
Nothing.
It's kind of insane. Astral Step.
I think the difference also comes from 2 supports on OG having much better time than Liquid. Insania still level 5. He found Bounty Rune. He's gonna give it to Nisha so he can refill his bottle.
It's gonna be used on Taiga.
A bubble from the void.
Boxy's dominating, but
Boxy's still disassembling his Tranquil Boots. It's a lot of work. But pays off.
do it.
Yeah. A lot of work. Gotta pay tribute to the meme.
Gaze. And Frost Blast. Nisha still holding on to that Invis rune. Now look at the Malphus. Yuragi coming over from the side. He's got the Wukong's command. Look at the gun to Insania. Roll, and Astral Step gets a little bit of distance. Aether Remnant plays down, but the roll this time lands. They've got the arrow to follow it up. That's a very dead Nisha. 13-5, 13 minutes into the game.
Yuragi's got like 13 minutes into the game, and he's still not done. They're gonna take this tower.
Dire's structures are
You have these extremely tanky cores that can't go in. Like Monkey, he's not afraid to jump in, has this Echo Saber. Also BZM going for the build that we mentioned, Earn into Vanguard, makes him super tanky, will disassemble his Vanguard, and now has the Spirit Vessel in 300 gold.
Under attack.
Damn. With how aggressive they're playing, I expect charges to be there all the time. Finally, Zai hitting that level 6. He's 7 now. One out of Atos, so a little bit of more control here for Liquid. Again, we're not really seeing Nuke involved, and for good reason. Trying to get that Echo Saber. He's trying to get a defusal before he even wants to start fighting. As Oxy getting chased. Countess, Eidolon's body blocking, Jingu, Bounce leashing. They've got the Winter's Curse.
That's a good one.
That should be a dead DM, and it will be. So that means no Black Hole. Not that it was off cooldown anyway.
Chain doesn't connect
but
on
the
anybody.
fear isn't really going to be much as Mickey is dead, and
he wants more.
And it lands on 2. Mickey wants
a big one.
Smelling blood, Astral Step. And can they get the kill to Uragi? This would be automatic gold to get early on in the game, and it's going to be his. So they get the kill on Uragi. They'll look over at Chu, and Liquid starting to piece it back together as they go and get themselves a Lich afterwards.
Oh, these are some big kills for Liquid. It's a lot of gold. And also Zai was the one who got it. So now Road of Atos is going to be picked up. Good ways to like
Radiant are scanning.
set things up.
Radiant's
question is
bottom
for what?
tower is under attack.
It's a good
Radiant
stat item,
structures
so
are fortified.
not surprised that Universal Heroes are picking it up. Like we've seen a lot of mid-wind rangers that tend to go for Road of Atos immediately. This is the first involvement of Mickey. As soon as he shows up into a fight, it was a good fight for Team Liquid. Now, after he picks up that Doom Blade, it also comes down to Zai landing that sick curse too. Let's see if he can control him long enough for another stun.
Nisha, Astral Step, Aether Remnant, TPing, and the roll lands. The arrow comes in, but he avoids it with an Assimilate. Still Astral Step right towards DM, and they get the kill on Nisha.
We are electric.
Works out again here for OG to get that kill on Anisha.
This electric voice line brings back a lot of memories from Dota 1. There were a
Radiant's
lot
bottom
of
tower
these
is
good
under
movies
attack.
compilation of great kills with We Are Electric. I'm not sure what the series was called, but yeah, good stuff. And look at the Dota Plus win probability. They're like, oh, 1k gold lead, less than 1k gold lead. Let's just put it at 50-50.
I appreciate that. 50-50. Did you ever have a kill compilation?
I did. No, not to that song, though. Ooh, Boxy, he was thinking about getting the Doom off, but
I've seen the Lacoste compilation. It's pretty sick. You guys want to go and watch it? It's quite the montage.
yeah, not the best one, but it is what it is. Back to the game. Nisha.
Dire's courier has
Even
been
though they've
killed.
been like heavily involved in these kills from Earth Spirit, Nisha still keeping the same amount of farm. Painfrost this time around, gonna bounce a couple of times.
Got this Winter Wyvern. Zai has the Winter's Curse if they can catch somebody. He's also got that Rod of Atos to chase with, but Moonlight Shadow, the disengage OG with the Doom on
Dire's
Enigma,
top
just
tower
back
is
one.
under attack.
They do have counters for Enigma in this game, like Winter's Curse, you have False Promise to keep people alive, Doom, of course. So DM going for all these tanky items, doesn't rely on Black Hole by any means, and now OG's gonna hit another big timing. Nesso picked up by Monkey. Now they want to take a fight. As soon as we got it, he's the top lane immediately.
Black Hole, and that is going to hit Nisha, but they've got the False Promise. He's not above the threshold just yet, and they'll only go down to half health. Aether Remnant locks up EZM to simulate. There's the Geomagnetic Grip to get the silence onto Insania, but he's going the other way while the roll hits on the Boxy. Scorched Earth activated. Primal Spring doesn't land. The roll actually splits the seams between Boxy and the rest of his team. Another roll going the other way. Now up Aether Remnant, Fortune's End, and he's able to walk it off.
Oh, these rolls not connecting. They need those to be able to set the kills. Holding, like, it's an interesting build from BZM because he's not
Radiant's middle
having
tower
boots of
has
speed right
fallen.
now, going into Octarine Core. Oh no, can they lock him down? Curse is
Infernal
available.
Blade. And they've got the leash. They've got
Zai
BZM locked
didn't
up
get it
for
on
a
time.
moment, but roll away, Pounce leashing again. There's the roll from BZM though, and he's looking for a high five.
As I try to catch him mid-air, but Earth Spirit rolled away too quickly. They do have this observer board that Zai is sitting on, which didn't catch a glimpse of him, so that's a bit unfortunate. Gotta go for Roche
Radiant's
with that
bottom
Nesso
tower
plus
is under attack.
Eidolons. Should have enough damage, it's not the quickest one. Nisha, no dissimulate. One natural step available.
Needs to really watch out. Insania. Oh. was this Cobalt that we were seeing there.
Radiant's
Yeah,
bottom
it's a good
tower
way
is
to
under
get some
attack.
extra gold. I was like, what is that aura? I have not seen that. Had to check. Prospecting aura.
Chu's also going to die here. Zai using that Winter's Curse, but while getting this kill, the rest of OG are getting themselves in age.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Without Winter's Curse, feels like they don't want to contest it right now. They feel like they can drag the game, dodge some of these fights, maybe get a pick off, and they also want to get Zai back into the game, and he's back. Like, considering the start that he had with what,
Radiant's
0-5,
bottom tower is under attack.
does have
You said he
Witchblade
does.
available.
I'll take that.
In 200 gold, on top of Bracer, Power Treads, and Road of Atos. Level 12 now. He's a higher level than Enigma. This is nuts.
No one really having a feasible way to doubt Zai at this point. Every time you're like, oh no, his game is over. Well, just look in the next 15 minutes. You'll see his game is certainly not over.
Dire's top tower
He had a
is
tough
under
time
attack.
game 1. He had a tough time game 2. Both games so far, he's come back into the mix.
Radiant's
Now,
bottom
the
tower
effectiveness
is
of
under
what we'll
attack.
see from this Winter Wyvern is, leaving a little bit to be desired at the moment. But with Rod of Atos and, like you said, that Witchblade coming out, we're going to start to see a little bit more power punch coming in from this Winter Wyvern.
Yeah, if he can keep the distance, Arctic Burn plus Witchblade, this is going to be some sick amount of damage.
Yeah.
But Boxy, he's also, like, almost has the same amount of farm as BCM. Like, those couple of rolls that he missed, it's a lot of kills, and you need to connect those with the Earthbird. Arrow actually hits. Is there a follow-up? A bit too close.
Really, and they've got the Sentry down, so the Rod of Atos, Taiga in trouble. The Doom is even committed to this. Oxy continuing to Doom Taiga.
Boxy having a blast of a game on this position 4. Make it position 3.5 soon.
Ooh.
About to be position 3 even. Has all these
He's also got
smaller
that-
aura items. Solar
Yeah.
Crest, Drums holding onto Gossamer Cape, which is an insanely good item against Monkey King.
Gonna say he also had that prospecting aura for a little bit.
And there he
An
is.
extra 25 GPM. I mean, that's kind of nice.
It's no joke. I'm really glad that we made... Because, first of all, people can't die with Orphan fully shifting. Sania,
On a strike.
he's out.
Cena's gonna die. Yeah. Has buyback, has false promise if they do chase. Roll in, hits Nisha. And I wonder if they'll get this buyback. This is similar.
Wow.
Now over right to BCM. They've got the silence and the spirit vessel, the astral step to try and get away from
Underneath the tier 4.
Where are you at? Rod of Atos, there's the pounce leashing, and they'll get the kill on a BZM who is so
Dire's
far
structures are
in.
fortified.
He is just in too deep. Some 41 might have retired, but that is certainly with a move. They're gonna go to the gate. Walk to the fire. Nisha, sword, kill by Chu.
What is happening in this game? What the hell's going on? You see Earth Spirit
Radiant's
underneath the tier
middle
4
tower
tower
is
while
under
tier 2
attack.
tower is still being alive. And then Lich getting a solo kill on Void Spirit. That was nicely done by Chu. 4 points in Sinister Gaze. The long duration did allow him to get that kill.
Just 2 seconds. Pop, 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 pop. The Ice Fire and the Chainsaw.
Double pounce.
Ooh-wee. And that's the pounce. Boundless strike. Okay. Think about going back in. He's got another pounce, so he can get the kill on the Taiga with the help of Zai. Or, well, Zai can get the kill with the help of Sawyer.
Liquid doesn't need to heavily commit to a fight. Like, you can see OG, they're the ones holding the Aegis for the last 3.5 minutes. But it seems like Liquid, they are making the moves. They are getting these pickoffs. They don't want to team fight 5-on-5 against Enigma, Monkey, or Spirit Lich. It just sounds too powerful. Even though their team fight is still, like, strong, it's not as strong. So they want to be using this Slark as a pickoff tool. And so far, Mickey has done a good job. After being 0-1 and 0,
Dire's bottom tower
he picked up
is
that
under
Aghanim
attack.
Scepter and is not much more active.
I'm gonna say, by the way, Chu got that shard by purchasing it. I was looking at the Tormentors. They're still both up. But he made that investment, and I feel like that on Nisha is a good return, a good dividend. For all you hodlers out there.
Nisha, farming some stacks. G is smoked. They want to take this 5-on-5 engagement. Potentially, Uragi's got to go through the gates, join with the rest of the team. He does have BKB available. He's gonna disassemble his Echo Saber, so that's something else to bring into a fight, and Scan not gonna find anything. So again, Team Liquid dodging another fight. And if we look at the gold graph, Team Liquid gained like 4, maybe even 5,000 gold in the last 4 minutes, while OG was holding on to Aegis, which is pretty impressive.
Remnant hits BCM, they go to the Moonlight Shadow. Ocean's M thrown forward by Insania. The roll away as the Moonlight Shadow is used. Before Mickey was pinging out the Tormentor, they did end up going north. So, going for that, and now, well, actually, probably beneficial move that they didn't go over there, considering the fact that OG was looking for a fight in that area.
Dire's bottom tower
Blink almost picked up for DM of an opportunity to blink
Radiant's
Black
top
Hole at that
tower is
point.
under attack.
I know you're talking about them getting to the back lines and trying to catch Zai, but since his 0-5 start, he's been really free to do whatever the hell he wants.
Going into Gleipnir next, so we'll have a little bit more damage, a little bit more control as well.
Dire are
OG,
scanning.
Enter. Chain Frost with the Ice Fire.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
All right. Well, Guardian Grew's action.
Dire's
Nurse Spirit's got
bottom
himself an
tower
Ag
is under
Shard,
attack.
which happens because Glitch bot is up.
And he's also
that
got the
Aether
Flock
Remnant
Hero in the game.
and dead.
They're chasing. Can they catch Mickey? He's too slippery. Fish got away. And the
Fish
shard,
also thinking about going back in.
the shard upgrade on Earth Spirit. I love how it just says can now grab allies. That's all the text. Compared to some of the like wall of text that does happen for some of these shards, this is very well explained.
Wish
Or
fulfilled.
even just looking at Rolling Boulder, that's kind of a long one compared to just handful allies. It's not that, you know, I'm trying to think, what's the most writing on an ability?
Aghanim's on Skywrath Mage, I think,
True.
because it upgrades every single ability. And then you
I
click
think
out, and there's like extra 5 lines of text on top of it.
I'm a big fan of that. And it just breaks the screen. You can't even see the entire writing. I'm here for it. So, yeah, he's got a sword burst, and he's holding on to Hurricane. Oh, Midas this time, though,
Yeah.
for the Doom. It's a little upsetting.
The point, I mean, it's a position for he's still getting a lot of farm, but to point it out, he had those Tranquils for like a long time, and no one hit him, which means that he used this component to get either drums or solar upgrades. The Windlace and now has extra Ring of Region that's anything.
Doom is going to be committed on Chu. Like I was saying before, he doesn't care who he does. Astral Step, Aether Remnant, Moonlight Shadow, BCM in trouble. They've got the sentries down here for
Radiant's
BCM.
middle tower is
Roll,
under
Nisha
attack.
trying to get in front. Now BZM. Able to roll away.
Lower cooldown on roll does mess up with it. Terrain core that has been picked up, and BZM doesn't need boots on the hero, just rolling in every single time. Does have 7 stones available. We talked about the upgrade where you get extra stone per every 5 levels. Uragi, no boundless available, unfortunately.
Escape, and now Slar coming in. BZM once again, Fortune's and they've rooted him up, but they're not going to get the kill, and the rotations are coming in from the rest of the OG. They need to be careful. The Aether Remnant doesn't land with a balance strike hitting here. And the get the kill onto Insania. Okay, now on the run. DM does have this blink. He's got the black hole available if he can catch up. Aether Remnant hits BZM on the roll. Don't find the Sark, and they cannot find this Void Spirit either.
Well, the way I was calling out for the black hole, there was no Zai in that fight. He was on a different part of the map. He didn't show. was not underneath any vision
Radiant's
because he was
top
farming the
tower is
jungle.
under attack.
But DM, knowing that there was no doom, if they caught a glimpse of Zai, he would have gone for that black hole for sure.
OG kill there, but
My path leads to
pulling it back enough.
And not the biggest of the kills.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
In just under 2 minutes for this Roche to be back up. Wisdom Rune bottled up by BZM, the other one picked up by Boxy.
visibility.
Starting to get pretty good in terms of experience gained by them. Frost, Synth, Gaze, get it there on Shoe. And now the Wukong's coming through. False promise on the Void Spirit. Taiga trying to run here, but Zai's got the damage, something we've talked about as he's continued to get some farm. He's got that Witchblade as well as the Clayton here now. And the look is Mickey's in. Boundless Strike goes into the ult, right-clicking and going after Yuragi. They've also got themselves Nisha. He's trying to get away and just barely does it. Doom used, but
Radiant's
on the
middle tower
roll
is
of
under attack.
BZM, so he's already
We are
gone.
electric.
Team Liquid's doing a very good job, like not allowing them to team fight properly. You'll see Slark jumping in, using False Promise to save someone. The constant threat of Winter's Curse, Doom, Void Spirit's very slippery. Same goes for Slark to be able to like just catch him instantly. And Team Liquid, they understand that OG they need to heavily commit to get some of these kills now.
Yeah, they need like everything to go and get these kills. Go find Zai, arrow hits, and that will be a dead Winter Wyvern. The first time he's died since the laning phase, 30 minutes into this game.
Radiant
They still want more, but
structures are
Nisha,
fortified.
he's hard to
Dire
catch.
Are scanning.
He's also got a desolate.
Radiant's bottom tower is
No
under
charge
attack.
on it yet. Yuragi managed to pick up only 6, considering it was relatively early. And I love this item on Monkey King, Defiant Shell. You have Echo Saber, you hit them 2 times in a second, someone attacks you, you return the attack. Suddenly, Jingu in a moment, pretty much. Second Roche. Oh no, it's gonna go to the Radiant side, and OG. They need to go through the gates. They're gonna get bonk. Let's see.
Dire's
no,
top
Roche is
tower
just gonna stay
is
here.
under attack.
Nah, he's changing his mind. He's going back.
Are fortified.
Do I stay or do I go?
Radiant's bottom
Looking,
tower
they'll
is
find
under
themselves
attack.
Oracle, and well, they can't survive.
Seems like
Now they know
BZM
that they're bottom.
did not want Taiga to get the kill with an arrow. Kicked him away. Okay, he's chasing. He's behind them already. They might take this fight. There's still buyback available on Oracle. Not sure if he wants to use it immediately.
Like Shadow.
That's a big one. There's also Jam.
BZM. Oh boy. You get that Jam, you've got the vision. They go to the black hole. It's going to be a big trouble with the Wukong's right on top of him. They get the kill. They'll take him out. He's going to buy it back immediately with the Winter Skirts down on Yuragi. The damage, though, isn't really a lot. They buy back on Chu. He's got the outpost to come over to, and that's exactly where he's going to TP in to do. Infernal right clicks coming through from Nisha, lands the Aether Remnant onto the Enigma with Gas goes to get the kill on the DM. He's also got buyback, he's also got that outpost, but Clayton thrown over from Zai. The control is not
They want
there
more.
onto
They
this
want-
monkey
need
thing,
this
but they want to
monkey.
find him. They got the kill on the Chew once again. Fortune's End lands on Mickey, but doesn't catch Yuragi, goes back into the trees, now pops that TP, and TP's out.
Radiant's courier has
And
been
this
killed.
Roshan should still belong to Team Liquid. They did commit with buyback on Insania and Mickey. Mickey this time around unable to get a lot of trouble. Zai not close enough for that Winter's Curse. It's going to be much easier now that he does have Blink Dagger available, but I like the aggression from Liquid, understanding that they need to contest this second Roach, and if OG uses Black Hole, Wukong's command, Chain Frost, after they show up in a fight later on, there's not enough damage and not enough control to kill them. Like, there's not afraid of any of these abilities if there's no Black Hole, I would say.
Yeah, and they already got him with the black hole, and he bought back, so now he's got that Aegis, and he doesn't have to be scared again, because there's no black hole
Radiant's
for a pretty
bottom
long
tower
time,
is
right?
under attack.
Yeah, Mickey.
BZM. Able to roll as the leash snaps. Tormentor Mirana's got that Axe Shard, and that is the upgrade.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's
On the
top
support
tower
Mirana,
has
like you
fallen.
don't deal enough damage. You also don't leap into their face. It's a good one just for the extra charge, I would say, and also it doesn't break invisibility from Moonlight Shadow, which is nice. But still, like, I feel it could be something different.
Radiant's
He's
middle
also going for a
tower
greedy
is
build
under
on Taiga. Thinks that he needs to scale. Uh-oh,
Constellation to
speaking
kill.
of greedy, one dead, and one extra wave, costing him another death. Boxy, he's massive. Boxy's Shiva's Guard, level 16 Doom. He's coming at the core. About to overtake Earth Spirit.
Radiant's
They take
top
another
tower
good fight.
is under attack.
They might. Astro Step looking, finding, searching, hatching Chew.
Very balanced. Void Spirit jumps in, double damage, kills him in 2 hits.
It seems balanced to me. It's more balanced than Shield Rune late in the game.
Just something about Void Spirit.
Radiant's
Universal
top
Heroes
tower
just feels
is under
super
attack.
strong right now. This is gonna be another big timing. Having this nullifier, so
Radiant's top
jumping
tower
on top
has
of
fallen.
Glitch, removing Frost Shield, killing him off immediately. There aren't that many abilities or items to dispel in this one. There's Solar Crest on Mirana, but that's about it.
Did they get the gem back on Liquid?
How did you whisper it?
Thinking to myself a little bit, but I was wondering if they got the gem back.
Radiant's
'cause I
bottom
saw
tower is under
Slark
attack.
Said gem on
pick
the
it
ground,
up.
right?
Yeah, he picked it up immediately, but I don't see it on anyone at the
Radiant's
moment.
bottom tower has fallen.
I whispered
Radiant's
for dramatic
middle
effect.
tower is under attack.
You got me all hyped up for it.
Gem? Moonlight Shadow, Chain Frost, bouncing on the Spire. You're taking a lot of damage. He gets killed off by Nisha with the Astro Step. And they've got the Blade here, and that catches BZM. And he'll be able to roll away, but the Nullifier on him won't matter because they're not going to jump up out of the high ground.
TK also picked up the shard for himself, which means that they will have saving tool. It's just such a strong ability against Enigma, and also synergizes nicely with Oracle. Having that extra heal on top of False Promise feels really nice. They need to take the fight. Rocky, he's got to get the backlines.
Yeah, he wants to get the skill into Zai before he's able to do anything with Golden Grace. At the same moment, though, BCM is dead. Zai's able to survive with the False Promise. DM now the focus of the attention of Nisha, who doesn't have a lot of mana to work with. They go to the black hole, they've got the control, it's onto this Void Spirit, but over to the side is Mickey going in with Pounce and Leash on a Taiga. So they've got the control. The Winter's Curse will get the other two heroes. They'll be able to go Taiga and go after these other two. And that's exactly what they're going to do. They'll use the Doom. It's on Uriah. They'll take the Monkey King. They'll find DM. The Hurricane pulls them back. It's a triple kill for Mickey as they go in looking for more.
50 Agi on Slark.
Onto Taiga. Mickey now under the tier 4 towers. Doesn't want to die the same way BZM did. He does have an Aegis to work
Has
with.
ulti available.
Radiant's
Yeah,
bottom
could
barracks
make
are under
me
attack.
dive, but he doesn't want to die.
This is a problem. Like, your monkey is all about physical. There is no Maelstrom, so even if you catch Winter Wyvern in Wukong's command, he's still not gonna die. Gets full embrace off, Insania with a nice save. And Zai does get the Blink Dagger off, stays away from a fight. They kill Void Spirit, who was holding on to Cheese, and now you don't have Wukong's, you don't have Black Hole for almost 14 minutes while they're holding the Aegis for another 50 seconds.
So still a tier 2 over in the mid lane. They can't take the tier 3 top just yet. The roll
Gets it with Hurricane play.
Down Boxy, but he won't die.
Box is popping off, and he's collecting all the tips. My man is
Jumping.
rich. And looking at the next item that he's got to buy.
Titan's having a fun one.
Not at all. Slark, 14 permanent agility. In the previous fight, he had almost 50 stacks available. But to go back to Doom's itemization, or staff about to be picked up, wants to have something to break this Linkens and also have another layer of save as well. He knows that Enigma's going for one because he saw Recipe in his backpack. Not sure if you are buying items that you should reveal what you're going for with just straight up Recipe that doesn't do anything.
He does. Let me remember what I'm buying. tier 2. Get a little bit lower and probably die. You all cooldown in this
Radiant's
22
middle
seconds.
tower has fallen.
Got
Are scanning.
bearing, 4 staff being built. Smoke ready to go. You know, I will say the one thing I just want on the updated UI would be a tormentor timer. Just
Yes.
for spectators.
Yeah, you set the alarm, didn't you?
Yeah. Trying to. Mickey leashing, pouncing, controlling, and killing DM. 52 seconds and the Winter's Curse is used on BZM. The damage coming in from Zai, but there's the roll. The fortune's in, trying to keep Zai alive. That's exactly what they do. Boxy comes in. He says, hi, my name is Boxy, and I'm here to kill you. Harpoon, the pull, the kill. They'll take out Chew. BZM's gone. The Chain Frost, not going to do much.
Radiant's top
Gotta
tower
connect the
is under
monkey
attack.
anyway, and it's now time to go in. He's holding on to shield rune, having extra 1,000 damage, makes him super tanky on top of cheese. DM does have buyback available, but you don't want to commit to it, which means you're not going to need to lose another set of barracks.
Pretty near again, controlling the Monkey King. Mickey is just in. I just don't think there's any way to stop this Slark. He's in the base. They get the full team wipe. They have no Monkey King for 70 seconds. I don't think you can defend this.
Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
Zai also, like his itemization, he picked up Revenant's Growth, wants to be able to deal damage to Monkey King during Wukongs.
Radiant's
Have
middle
that
tower.
magical damage,
Radiant's middle
and
tower
this game
has
looks pretty over. There is no buyback on Monkey. We're on a bet for 30 seconds.
Radiant's
DM,
is fallen. Dying.
you're about to
Crazy
see
to say.
some. Yeah, when it's time to call it, it is time to call it. That one.
There it is.
There we
Yes.
go.
And he bought the axe. So he bought the axe, but he's having to deliver it on the courier for his buy. I thought he was just going to buy it in the opponent's base. They'll jump in, they'll try to defend, they get the kill to Chew. He's got buyback, he'll use it, but BZM, he's does not. So 65 seconds without this Earth Spirit. And what the false
going
in is you can just dive into the fountain and do whatever you want. Takes you from the fountain action. Goes in on Owen for Boxy. And how long is this going to last? I think maybe forever. He's here in the fountain. There's the rampage for Nisha. They're clearing it up. They go to the Wukong's command. They'll finally call GG. The right click. The fountain doesn't do enough in time. They end up getting the kill to Nisha as well as Mickey, but it's too late. GG was